I'm reading 3 Bags Full by Leonie Swann. Yeah! Don't ask me what that yeah was about. Sound effects. That's what it was about. So anyways, guess what? Yay! Today is my book channel birthday. I am 4 years old. So today I decided that I was going to tell you how I started my BookTube channel, why I started my BookTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to take it back to the beginning. It's a long story. I'm going to try to be mindful of the time. All right, so let's go. Once upon a time, I was a smoker. I smoked for a very, very long time, probably from the age of 16 to 32. My girlfriend taught me how to smoke. Okay, so when I reached 32, that was just 2 short years after I decided I am now an adult. Now I should learn, to become more adult-like, and I adopted the habit or the lifestyle of reading. So far, that one is going strong. So when I was 32, a little voice inside of my head said, you should quit smoking. And so I did, cold turkey. All right, I quit for 4 years. And then my husband, who no longer smoked, decided it would be a good idea, a fun thing to do if we started smoking again. Do not start smoking, kiddies. Okay, I quickly told him we don't smoke. And he said, it'll be okay. We're only going to smoke with each other. Ha ha. It's going to be great. Well, guess what? It wasn't, because pretty soon we're hiding our own cigarettes in the cookie jar, only smoking in the car, never really smoking with each other, smoking away from each other, smoke, smoke, smoke. Not a good thing. Then 2 years into this, my husband decides that he no longer wants to be a smoker. So he quits. And I said to him, well, don't look at me, because I am still going to smoke. I enjoy it. I'm still going to smoke. And so I did. I went on to smoke until I was 42 years old. And I have always seen a runner going across the bridge, gliding like they were on ice, or, running in the park. And I would say to myself, that looks so cool to me. But you know what? Maybe in another lifetime, that would have been me. Right now, I'm doing my thing. I'm still young. I'm still thin. I'm still I still have, my, I never was vain, so I don't want to say my vanity about me, but I had less wrinkles, and I actually curled my hair and did it every day, put the makeup on and ironed the clothes, and I did all the things, and then I topped that coolness off with a cigarette. So yeah, not going to be doing the running thing. And then I wasn't really cool, was I? I was a fool. When I turned 42, then I decided I probably shouldn't smoke anymore. And then again, cold turkey. And now it's been 12 years and I have quit for good. I'm not going back. So about a year after I quit smoking, or 2, or 3, I think I was 45 when I started to run. I joined a run group and I started, running with a group of people. And so then I said to myself, when this is no longer fun, or when this, if this sours and people are, starting to talk about one another or be chatty or, backstabby, I am out, because I don't want nothing to do with that. And the group managed to hold itself together for about 6 years. And then, of course, that happened. And then everybody dismantled. Within that time, I had met a young lady by the name of MJ. You might know her. She has 2 BookTube channels on YouTube, Slow Stationery and Planning This Life. You should check her out and give her some support. Subscribe, comment, do whatever you got to do to show your love and your support. Okay, thanks. Now, back to the story. So sometimes she would send over through another, social media platform, Floss, you should start a BookTube channel. And I say, yeah, I should. And then I would post something book related, and then she would go, you really need to start a book channel. And I'd say, And then maybe a year would pass, and then maybe I would post something and she'd be like, you need to start a BookTube channel. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I will. And I just never was going to. The truth of the matter is I was never going to. I thought about it because then I had put this beautiful library together. But I never, ever was going to start a BookTube channel. Then, she said, you don't have to do anything with it. You could just establish it. So I was like, you know what? That might be fun. So, let me just pretend. So the next day I went to work and I set it up. I gave it a name. I put in my credentials and then I called it a day. I walked away from it, and I believe that was November 20th, if I'm remembering correctly. But I think on my channel, it'll say I established it, started it November, I think it's 20th, but that's not actually true because I didn't do anything in November and I didn't do anything in December. And it was January, I think, 11th, where I put a post about a Dracula book and I put it on my platform and it caught her attention and she texted over, Floss, you need to start a BookTube channel. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I've already started one for myself. Say, what? Now you have my attention. So I remember walking over to the television in the parlor, elated, smiling from ear to ear, and I went on to her channel and I was so proud of her. And, I was like, you know what? Look at her go. She's doing it. And you know what? I think I could do that too. So, oh boy, was I nervous. So she said, let's meet, we'll meet for dinner and I'll just, give you what I know so far. So she started hers in October. I started mine in January 12th. So, it's so nervous. But I did. And I don't even know the half of what you're supposed to know. I wing it. I don't get too involved in things right now because I'm just excited enough to have somebody to have book talk with and to share my love of books with. So I haven't even explored any avenues. Right now, I'm just having fun, living my life, doing my day-to-day job, and then coming on here and talking with you. Maybe one day down the road, I'll explore further options. But for right now, I'm cool. So that is how I started it. Met MJ through running, no longer run, started the BookTube channel. Here I am, thanks to you. Because you know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. But I'm going to tell you what, anybody who wants to start a channel or was thinking about one, do it. Just do it. Live your life. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Just you do you. Have all the fun. You're going around one time. Have all the fun. So that is my story all about the Grape Jelly Library. If you would like to know why I chose the name the Grape Jelly Library, I will gladly tell you. I'm probably gonna offend a little bit of people, but don't get excited because, I have a direction. There's a method to my madness. All right, so I am typically not a white roomed kind of person. I like warmer colors. And so when my son moved out, I didn't do anything with his room for 2 whole years. It stayed dormant. And my husband said, we should probably do something. And I said, I don't know what I want to do with that space. And then I thought, and very quickly I said, maybe I'll make a library, my very own library. So that's what we did. Well, you know, boys, when I walked in here, ooh, so we just opened the windows and put two huge garbage cans underneath the window, and we just started throwing out bottles, you know, beverage bottles and papers and just anything that he left behind. And I said, you know what, this room needs to be white because I need it to be super clean. So that's why I painted it white. Plus, I thought with the books, it would help make the colors of the books pop even more, as opposed to maybe if I painted it brown. It would have been a darker room for sure. All right, so now I need to put a carpet in here. So I don't know what I'm going to put down. Well, you know what? Let me go look. I knew for sure the colors out there were pretty standard. You know, your mauves, your mints, your taupes, your browns, blues, things like that. Well, when I showed up at that carpet place, they had this gorgeous purple carpet. Gorgeous. And purple a long time ago used to be one of my favorite colors when I was a little girl. But then it was purple and red. And then as I got older, I just really didn't like purple anymore. It was one of my least favorite colors. But guess what? I guess I went back to my roots, because when I saw this purple color rug, I knew I would have no other color. So I chose the purple. I was super excited the day of installation. It turned out gorgeous. And when that sun, that summer sun came in and hit that carpet, it looked just like a jar of grape jelly. All right. And by the way, I was recently, I had the library for maybe 2 years, 3 years. And then I became a grandma. And then, I said, well, I sure hope this little girl has a love of books and wants to be a reader. So let me just try and help that along. And kids associate with silly things. And so I thought I would name it after her. So it is like Harrison's Grape Jelly Library. And that is the story behind the name. And that's all I have for you today, folks. I hope you have a beautiful day or a relaxing evening. I hope you do all the fun things. Until we meet again, know that I love you. Be well, be good, be reading.